Greetings fellow Decepticons, SoundBlaster1987 here with another monthly vlog. This one was supposed to come out in April 2025, but due to a miscalculation of timings with my previous toy reviews this month, it's had to be pushed back to the release of early May. I will be doing a Star Wars themed May vlog later in the month, so bear with me on that one. But for now, my next video will be about my top 10 list of new Marvel Legends toys I'd like to see for either characters that haven't had toys yet, or costume variants that haven't been seen in the Marvel Legends line since the ToyBiz days, or a mix of the two. For example, Build-A-Figures and character variants that we haven't seen in years or ever at all. So, starting things off with number 10 on my list is going to be the symbiote known as Mayhem. Mayhem, for those who don't know, is the blue and black striped symbiote clone of Spider-Man's daughter, Mayday Spider-Girl Parker, from the MC2 alternate future. You know, the teenage Spider-Girl who is the daughter of Peter Parker wearing a female refitted Ben Reilly Spider-Man costume. So, she got a clone at some point in the comics who was nicknamed April Parker, because April and May are both months of the year. And, of course, Mayday Parker was named after Spider-Man's Aunt May from the original comics. So, Mayhem was the clone April Parker that ended up turning into a full-on symbiote rampaging monstrosity of blue and black stripes. So, I think that would be a visually striking figure to see in a future Build-A-Figure wave, as either part of the Symbiote Life Foundation hybrid Build-A-Figure, or just as a release in its own right. Then, continuing with the symbiote theme, number 9 on my list, Silence. For those who don't know, Silence is the Anti-Venom corrupted white version of the symbiote known as Scream, the yellow and red one with a massive hair that got similar powers to Sindel from Mortal Kombat, with a massive prehensile razor-sharp hair tendrils and the hypersonic screech attacks. So, there was a Scream figure a few years ago as part of the Venom-Deadpool hybrid Build-A-Figure wave, but I think we definitely could do with updating Scream herself and then releasing Silence as a potential repaint to get our money's worth out of a design. Since Mary Jane Watson got tended to Scream in the Spider-Man PS4 video game series, that would be a potential retool for a Gameverse figure at some point down the line, especially now we've got the Black Suit Kingpin figure from the same universe as part of the latest wave of figures. And I think there's a lot more untapped potential for future toys. I mean, we still haven't got that Tokusatsu style Spider Kamen Rider suit yet in toy form, the Arachnid Rider. He's another one that I'd like to see at some point, but there's only 10 slots on my list and I'd be here all day if I listed everything I want to see, so moving on. Number 8 on my list, again going back to the symbiotes, Misery. For those who don't know, Misery is a Carnage Anti-Venom hybrid that affected Liz Allen in the more recent Cult of Carnage storylines. So basically she's like the Prophet of Null Carnage with her sort of swirly spiral details and such like, with a few anti-venom white streaks all over the red armour and able to turn her hands into scythes and use her hair like tendrils and all that kind of stuff. Liz Allen in this timeline was the ex-girlfriend of Harry Osborn and had children with him that she shares temporary custody of. And she, uses the Misery persona to infiltrate Oscorp and protect her children from the symbiote hunter monstrosity that has been causing trouble in New York lately as of the Cult of Carnage storyline and the Venom War storyline and such that have been coming out lately. Then number 7 on my list, moving away from the slimy symbiotes and towards the fiery Phoenix, we have the Enter the Phoenix variant of Moon Knight. I know Moon Knight's had a lot of toys recently between his Disney Plus show and the recent Blackheart Doctor Strange wave of Moon Knight figure release with the gold wrestler belt and such like that he had, but I still think the Enter the Phoenix Moon Knight variant would be an interesting figure to see, especially if you could imagine, say, a semi-transparent cape that was like orange on the inside and white on the outside to show the sort of fiery effect of the cape billowing around. And that's a gold chestplate armor similar to the way that the Phoenix 5 version of Colossus worked in the original 2006 Avengers vs X-Men comic story. Or thereabouts, whenever it was, I can't remember the full details. Then, where am I on the list now? Yep, so number 6 on my list would be the Enter the Phoenix version of Wolverine as well. We've already got the Hot Claws hand mold for Wolverine from one of his more recent figures, as well as the Helverine Daken variant, so we definitely need to see more of these Phoenix style figures, because we've always gotten Jean Grey retools and the occasional Phoenix 5 Cyclops. We need a lot more than that for the Phoenix to get its full representation in toy form on the shelf, especially with the new deluxe Jean Grey Phoenix figure that we just had released with a Phoenix actual physical bird thing as part of a display stand. Imagine how cool Wolverine would look leaping into battle with that in the background of him. Then, number 5 on my list is going to be a Dark Avengers entry, because what I'd like to see from the next phase of the Dark Avengers classic lineup would be Dr. Carla Sofan as the evil Ms. Marvel / Warbird with the red and black suit. Imagine the design that Carol Danvers' Ms. Marvel had of the 2008 Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon, but as a supervillain. With the new Black Warbird Ms. Marvel costume getting a completely updated Articulation Deluxe remastering in the recent year or so, an extensive retool of that design wouldn't go amiss to make the Carla Sofan suit from the Dark Avengers comics. It would go nicely with the new Daken Wolverine and the new Sentry and Norman Osborn Green Goblin / Iron Patriot figures we've had lately from the Cabal style era figures. Then going back to the Phoenix for number 4 on my list, Magic and Emma Frost both need remakes of their Phoenix 5 suits as well. Now, I know these designs can be a little bit, shall we say, revealing for age-appropriate toy releases, but somewhat more modest design for the costumes as seen in some of the video games where the Phoenix 5 skins for Emma Frost and Magic have been alternate character designs, such as the Marvel Puzzle Quest mobile game or the Future Fight game, could be a potential factor for getting new variants of these figures. Then, number 4 on my list, it's been a long time since Namor the Submariner has had any proper spotlight, so I think either the classic variant of him, the 2.0 Phoenix version from the End of the Phoenix story arc, or the original Phoenix 5 version of him would be equally welcome, especially with a more recent focus on Phoenix remakes and such like elsewhere on my list. Then, number 3 on the list, we still need the classic Crimson Dynamo and the sort of normal humanoid Iron Man proportions, just pure metallic red. You know, the 3 3/4 inch one I reviewed on the channel a while back, but it's 6 inches with full articulation and such. That variant of a design, that's the one we need. We keep getting passed over for Crimson Dynamo variants, and we've not had much of the other Winter Guard characters recently either, like the black Nikolai Krylenko suit Red Guardian variant with white gloves and such. You know, the design from the Marvel Future Avengers anime series. We need a new version of that Red Guardian as well, but again, only 10 slots on my list, and I have to sort of squish things together somewhere, here and there. So, number 3 on my list would be, let's see now, the hard shell version of the Beetle as a Build-A-Figure, the Gary Quinn style Build-A-Figure. We had a large version of this designer's a ToyBiz figure many years ago, but Hasbro can do a lot better nowadays with their super detailed sculpting and such like. And I think it's about time we had more attention from Abner Jenkins' Beetle designs over the years, because we've only really had the 90s Spider-Man style Mark II Beetle suit, the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series Beetle costume, and the female Layla Davis Beetle costume. We definitely need to get more Beetle and Mark IV style designs at some point in the future. So, yeah, that's my number 3 on the list. Then, number 2 on my list, going back to a symbiote for another Build-A-Figure, Hybrid. For those who don't know, Hybrid is the fusion form of all of the Life Foundation symbiote offspring of Venom, so that's Riot, Lasher,